Hello, everybody. It's lovely to see you. It feels strange to welcome you to my home, but not to be in my usual format, even though it kind of is. So, hi, I hope you're all very well. I won't say hello to you individually because it'll take a little bit too long. We've just got half an hour each today. But very nice to see you and welcome. We've just got 10 seconds until we get started. I hope you all had a lovely time with Delana. Very nice to see you all rolling in. Hello. I think I'll keep reminding people who I am and what I'm doing throughout. I'm going to try and keep my tone of voice in a sensibly mindful kind of way. Try and keep it rolling really nicely to keep you in that meditative and yoga and soon to be Reiki state. So welcome everybody. My name is Kendall James. You can find me on all social media as Miss Kendall James. So do look out for me like that if you are able. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm going to flip the camera around. I live in Japan, just like Delana, and I guess we're kind of close to Australia, just like Alex. I'm going to flip the camera around. The first thing you're going to see is Pikachu. So that's affirmative. I definitely live here in Japan, okay? But it's not about Pikachu today. Anyway, here you are. Here's lovely Pikachu. I'm an artist that's been living here for 3 years and 3 months or so. I'm probably not going to be addressing all of your comments one by one, just like the other guides in today's mindfulness retreat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through a process of some journaling. And I hope you guys can trust me to look after you in regards to that, because I do a lot of different kinds of journaling. I have my own sketchbook. I have a 5-year diary. This one's 2 years. I've done 5 other years. I keep a Heigo travel journal, which you can also join me on later today. These are from my Heigo tours. So you can see all kinds of different drawings from all different guides and their tours that I've attended. So I'm hoping you can have me in some kind of high esteem today or by the end of today and think, yeah, this lady really knows how to teach me how to do some journaling. So let's see what comes of it. The idea today is to use whatever you have around. Now, I live in Japan and I'm an artist, so the things I've got, you're probably going to find are more colourful and more exciting than you might have where you are, but it depends what kind of person you are, all right? So let's just get started. What I've got is lots of different cute stickers because I live in Japan, okay? And also maybe I'm a kind of cute person, so lots of people also give me cute things. So I want you to gather up any things that you've been collecting that people have sent to you or that you've bought any time of year. Here I've got lots of stickers that someone just sent to me for Christmas. I know they're all pink and shiny, but regardless of whatever your gender is here today, I want you to not think that I am trying to conform to any kind of gender stereotypes. This journaling is for everybody. You could be a pet dog with the ability to draw or write, and I'm still welcoming you regardless of how many legs you've got and everything. All right, so welcome everybody. Nice to see all of you here. I've got this beautiful book. I do not want you to be held back. If all you've got is little pieces of paper, then please consider just using small pieces of paper and notebooks yourself. But my, I guess, future sister-in-law, and this is coming at you from me first, and my brother have sent me this. It's a beautiful leather-bound, handmade book. I'm not trying to upset anyone with that choice, but I'm not going to not use something wonderful that has come into my life. I eat a lot of vegetarian and vegan food, and I also do eat meat, but yeah, this, I'm not going to waste it, is all I can say there. I also have this tiny little notebook, which just has kind of Monday to Saturday. We're going to go from the beginning of the year, which was a Sunday for me, and I've just jotted down this. I'm not going to show you necessarily. You don't need to see this very detailedly because it's kind of my personal information, right? But what it is a collection of things that I've been doing in this the last week, Sunday to Sunday. Excuse me. I've got some highlights over here. I played a really interesting game on the Switch. I wouldn't usually. I went to a great exhibition. I drank lots of wine at the beer museum, which was great. I painted a cat on Heigo, which was lovely. I made so many New Year's cards. So what I'm going to try and do is recreate that in a mere 20 minutes or so in this lovely book I've been blessed to have. So welcome everybody. Thank you very much for being here. It's so lovely to see you. You're welcome to comment as much as you like, and I will probably address your comments in my later tours, okay? Because we're trying to keep to a nice schedule today. Now, I'm going to open this and you might think, wow, you might think, oh my goodness, it looks like a really, really old manuscript. It does, it looks really wonderful. All the pages seem to be handmade and the smell is leather and paper and the farm, to be honest. So it's come from a farmyard. I'm just using it because it's come into my life. And so that's something I'm going to try and convey in this journaling as well. Now, I wanted to have a background. So what I've done is I've used a little bit of gouache paint that that has also just come into my life, something I really wanted to use. So this is just some acrylic paint, and I've literally splashed it around to the effect of a sky. And actually, I think I might start each page with the effect of a sky. You could write the weather or something. But for me, it's inspired by this exhibition that I went to on Wednesday. And you can see the sky is very, very wonderful in some of the postcards that I collected there. And I'm keeping my paint for later because I really care about sustainability. And I think sustainability is part of mindfulness too. Now, the reason I've got my other diary here is because this book is very thick, so I need to give it something to rest on. I'm hugging the gimbal right underneath me, and we'll see what I can do in regards to giving you a nice scene to look at. But do try and check me out on linktr.ee/MissKendalJames whenever you get the chance. As I said, I've got lots of stickers and things. What I've also got is little notebooks like this. Okay, so I'm going to try and get you started on how you might start a weekly journal using stuff you've got around. I've decided this can be notepaper, right? So I can glue this into my book to make lots of points if I'd like to. So I find somewhere in my book that feels like it suits. And I can map it out as I like. I'm really sorry, guys. There shouldn't be an echo. And the last time I was told by some voyagers that there was an echo. Actually, the echo was only on their phones. I've downloaded that previous tour and there wasn't any echo, but I can understand that might be distressing for you. So if you do have any concerns regarding echo, please make sure you leave them in the tech part of your review, and rest assured this is likely to go on YouTube and you will see that there is no echo. Here I have a little zodiac sticker which represents the changing of the year of the zodiac. So we have the animal will be a rabbit this time, right? I'm going to find somewhere to get that on my page. I don't mind about covering up other things. That's all good. In life, things get covered over all the time, all of our intentions and plans. Like I said, I live in Japan, so I've got loads of these cute little stickers and things. Yeah, that's a fair point. If anyone is experiencing echo, try putting some headphones in. It's all dependent on the different devices that we're using. I found some great stickers in this book that my good friend in the UK sent me, so I'm going to utilize those. It's been really cold in Japan, so I've been having quite a lot of baths, and this one says, make time for you. In fact, I know that every time I pour myself a bath, it costs me quite a lot of money, and also it's a lot of water, isn't it? So I'm trying to be careful there. But I have been having baths, and as I said, I went to the Beer and Wine Museum, so let's get this little wine time happening here. What I'll be able to do is, do you see? Just peel that off. It's just a standard sticker. Try and be careful at the bottom there. I mean, I say it's a standard sticker, but like I say, I'm quite lucky to have lots of things like that around. If you don't, you can just write things, right? So I'm going to get some stickers and things and pop them in my book, and then I'm going to be adding little pictures. As I'm an artist, I like to draw, and little words and things too, and I'm going to show you what I create at the same time. Also around me in my vicinity right now, to kind of echo the lovely meditation that we had with Alex, and to echo the lovely yoga session that we had with Delana, I have some room spray here. Now, this my friend sent me, and it's lavender scented. So I've got that just sprayed around me, because who's to say that just because you're journaling, you can't have things like incense or candles or room spray or something to really give you that feeling of, being in a kind of mindful state. I'm going to go ahead and be brave and just sort of stick this in my book and use it as a kind of canvas for some words. That's right, I said canvas for some words. I don't know if that's pretentious or not, but don't worry, I'll be showing you the page. I'll be lifting it up as we go. So if you're concerned you can't see it so well, I'll keep lifting it to show you, to see where we're at, okay? Yeah, I love lavender as well. I don't care if it's sleepy time or not. Also in the background, I've got myself a cup of tea in this lovely Japanese style cup. Oh, handmade coaster, of course, that's my bag. And in this cup, I've got some lemongrass tea. Just happens to be lemongrass. It's not something I specially acquired. My friends know I love tea and they know I love stickers. And so what if they sent me tea and stickers? I think Alex does a bit of this. You put out into the world what it is you want, right? You set your intentions and you might find yourself lucky enough to have it come towards you. Welcome, everybody. It's so nice to see you all. I'm really pleased that you're here. Thank you very much for following me. And yeah, the stickers are a little bit adorable, aren't they? Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice I've got a way that I like to post stories, actually, with lots and lots of stickers on them. So I'm going to create a little page here that echoes that kind of feeling of the way I create stories with lots of stickers. I know Hago loves it when we use the stickers that they've made. Sorry, I don't know why it blurred a little bit there. There we go, we're back on track. So it's the year of the rabbit. One second, I'm just going to get my little bath down there. And I'm going to lift it and show you as often as I can. It's the year of the rabbit, so I've got these little bun faces. I'm calling them bun buns because, you know what? Life is difficult sometimes. There's a lot going on, isn't there? And if we can lighten our load by bringing a bit of humor and a bit of lightness, a bit of the things that seem to make children so wonderful and carefree, by using words like bun, I don't mind. I'm here for a little bit of that. So when I see the little bunny rabbit's tails, that's what I think of. I think of little buns. So there we go. We're getting that in there at the top. I hope that you're all very, very well. Yeah, a nice little bit of whimsy. That's a nice point, isn't it? Now, I've got some little Post-its here. We can even just stick some Post-its in. We can do that. Now, to be honest, I'm not sure how this page is going to react to having lots of stickers and things put in it, because the paper is this lovely handmade paper. But what I'm doing is I'm going to set it all out using the lighter glue, and then I'm going to see how it goes over the next days, and I will address it with some stronger glue if I need to, but I don't think it will be too bad. I'll try and so very strange. Usually, let me see if I can get this right underneath me. That might help you. Usually there's a better view of my book. I think that might help you a little bit more. What do you think? And I'll fold that back under there. So there's some things that you can do when you practice yoga and meditation, and that's just do things with intention, right? So even the very act of folding my book, I guess this might come from living in Japan, but I took two hands and folded it back like that. And that's something you might do if you were to push open a special Japanese door here in Japan. So yeah, it's interesting. I think a long time ago I might have just pushed the page backwards and not really thought much about it. But today it felt like I used two hands and be a little bit more mindful about it. Okay, I've got a little speech bubble coming in here. I had a little play around yesterday to see where I might like some things, and interestingly, I'm putting everything down in different places right now. And I must say, you really, really don't have to be using stickers and things. Please don't think that's a pressure of yours. This is a beautiful handmade case that my best friend made for me. My best friend in Portsmouth in the UK, so I'm from the UK. Got some really lovely things around me. These are just colouring pencils. And in Japan, children are given this lovely thing called otoshidama at the beginning of the new year. So let's not forget it's the new year. This is my otoshidama. I'm not a child, apart from in my partner's grandmother's eyes. She's thought of me as as being a child, as being a grandchild or something. So she has given me a little bit of money. There's money in this pouch, but I really love this little creature on the front. It looks like a tomato, and it might be. So you know what? I'm going to start adding a little tomato-faced creature to my book just here. I hope that inspires you to just get stuck in and be a little bit creative with what goes into your pages. I'm also not going to copy it exactly, because you know what? Things don't need to be copied exactly. But never be afraid of copying things. So many people think, oh, I'm not a real artist. Everything I've made is copied. Well, I'm afraid that all we are is the product of everything we've ever experienced. And everything we've ever experienced means that we are inspired by and incidentally copying a lot more things than we realize. So please don't find yourself upset by ever learning to find your way in the world by copying a few steps you've noticed others do. Which means if you want to copy exactly what I've done in my book just here, you go ahead, okay? That's down to you. And if it helps you get where you need to be, then I'm all for that. I've got a lovely little brush pen here. Let's see if I can get this guy's little eyes in. I hope it doesn't bleed on the book too much. Okay, so again, I don't know what he is, some kind of, what they are, some kind of little tomato. Thank you all very much for following me. It's very, very nice to see you here. And I saw Alex left a tip earlier, so thank you so much. I'm going to have to go on PayPal later and tip you all retrospectively, something that anyone can do. If you use something like PayPal, round little eyes here. Just using colouring pencils, nothing too fancy. Mine might be a little fancier than yours because I bought them in a nice art shop. One way that I'm mindful is if I feel like I've got a little bit of money, I don't often, but sometimes I do, I take myself to an independent art shop. I get myself away from all of those big companies online. Well, sometimes I buy things online, sometimes you can't help it. And I try and take myself to my favorite independent little art shop, and I go and spend a little bit of food and wine money on my favorite kinds of coloring pencils, which I didn't realize I had until I came to Japan. But it sure does make a difference. Sure does make a difference. So I'll try not to rock my phone too much. And again, I haven't been able to catch up with your comments. I'm just trying to keep this nice mindful space for you guys to listen to me and learn a few things. But I really do appreciate you all being here. You're going to see some words and things come onto the page shortly. But if you do have any comments in regards to sound quality or anything, please make sure that you leave those parts of your reviews in the technology part of your review. As soon as you start to leave a review on HeyGo, the first bit is tech, and the second bit is your compliments towards the guide. Compliments and constructive criticisms, if you like. So if you normally join me on my journaling tours, they actually feature other HeyGo guides. What I do is I look back through my postcards. So about 2 hours after the mindfulness retreat ends the day, you can find me doing my HeyGo travel journaling, and that might inspire you as well. You know what? This little tomato creature, I'm not going to give it its little spinning top, I don't think. In the interest of time, I'm going to just give it its little body, and I'll have to imagine a little spinning top in there. But you know what? I'm going to give it some sparks of joy. Shall we call them sparks of joy? Thank you very much, Joe. And it is Joe's tour that is coming up next with me. Not with me, sorry, with the HeyGo Mindfulness Retreat. So I hope you'll come along for that. Right, let me see what I've got over here. Some notes. I'm going to leave notes, maybe my intentions for next week. We've got about 10 minutes left together. Thank you very much, Elisa. It's very kind of you. If I missed any tips, then I'm very, very sorry, but thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful for your support in that way. It's one way that Heigo measures our worth here, but also it's a great way to let the guides know that you love what they're doing and you want to see more. So thank you very much. Okay, so what I've got in the background here is my phone. This is my diary of the week, right? So all of the pictures I've taken, I'm not going to zoom in too close because of course it's my private information at the end of the day. But what I'm going to do is see if I can notice any interesting things that I can add into my page, such as this week I made lots of lovely cards from my sponsors on Heigo. So we've got lots of different animals. Again, Year of the Rabbit. So let me see if I can recreate a little Year of the Rabbit myself. Here's some of the postcards I made for others. Obviously not that one. There's one, I like this little style. So let's try and get a little Year of the Rabbit in here somewhere with the brush pen. And I'm going to start adding some, that's not a brush pen. I'm going to start adding some words and things. You see the sunlight is beaming down through with approval as I work on this journal here. So I'm going to try and use a kind of Japanese technique. Normally I use my paintbrush, but we'll see what comes of not using my paintbrush. There we go. This card is going to Eriko, by the way. Eriko is a guide in Tokyo, Japan here. And yeah, if you've ever got any questions for me, you're welcome to find me on social media, MissKendalJames on all of the things, and you can catch up with some of my previous tours on YouTube as well. So do look for MissKendalJames anywhere. Thank you very much, Melissa. Okay, this is my little Hanko stamp. It's my signature. We don't have long, so I've really got to start getting some words on this, haven't I? Words aren't necessarily important. If you don't want them, don't worry about them. The first thing I'm going to get on here is Akemashite omedetou gozaimasu. You might have heard me say that a few times today. So, not today, but this last week. It means Happy New Year in Japanese. So I'm going to try and get this on here. Akemashite omedetou. I'll keep it casual. It's my my diary anyway. So akemashite omedetou. You can add gozaimasu to be even more polite if you like. Loving the lemongrass smell coming from my tea over here. Smells and sounds and sights and the air quality and everything is quite important to how you feel comfortable in your space. So if you've come on any of my tours, you might know Fluffy. So Fluffy's here as well. I saw a very good Fluffy this week, so I'm going to add, you know what, I could even get it stuck in my book, couldn't I? Get a Fluffy stuck in my book. I think that's a nice idea. So let's write down a few things I did this week. Let me see. So I've got my little notes here that I made just yesterday. Sorry you can't hear me very well, Nola. There are some tech issues relating to different kinds of phones and computers and devices that people use. I do have a microphone equipped, and my tours have been very successful using this microphone and this phone combination before. So apologies if there's any problems for you. Please leave it in the tech part of your review. Thank you, lovely. So here I had a lot of baths. So bathe for hours. Just a reminder that I did, and a note to myself to continue bathing for hours if I want to. And here I'm going to make a little note because I went to the Beer and Wine Museum. Now I can change my writing style if I like. I've got quite a lot of different writing styles. I might go a little bit more angular here. Beer and Wine Museum in Osaka. That was lovely. I might scribble down some thoughts as well as write a few things that I did. Let's see. I'll change my writing style a little bit. I'll go to usual Kendall maybe. So new Switch game. It's called Telling Lies. It's very interesting. It's a detective kind of game. I don't usually get time for games, but I love them. This can be my reminder Make more time here. Make more time. And the truth is that it is down to us to make more time for ourselves. It just is. Paint along. Cat. Hago. That was Hago. We love Hago. Thank you, Hago, for having us here today. New Year cards. I made so many. Thank you. Sponsors. My sponsors on Hago all get one of these New Year's cards, and they're all totally unique, all different. Thank you so much, Casey. That's so kind of you to leave me a tip. Also, I did this other wonderful thing. Don't worry, I'm being very mindful of my 5 minutes left. I did this. I signed up for this conqueror thing, where you can exercise, you can travel around the world, getting postcards. We love these postcards, while conquering different areas. So I actually did the channel. Let me see, the English channel in the UK. So let's get a little picture of my badge, maybe. Let me see. Conqueror. You know what? I'm just going to draw a medal in the top corner over here. I'm going to write 33.8 km. So I did 33.8 kilometers on this Conqueror challenge. And I've got to add that in there. I also cycled and walked and did lots of wonderful things. Casey and Sharon, thank you so much. I'm a new conqueror, by the way. I haven't done that kind of thing before. Right, we've just got 4 minutes left, so let's see. I slept a lot this week, more than intended. But you know what? I'm not going to berate myself for that. I'm going to celebrate the fact that I did it. Okay, and I'm going to, 1 second, there's a little bit more information I wanted to add there. Thank you so much, Robin. That's so kind of you to leave me a tip there. I also went to Countdown at USJ with Rio. Rio is my partner, so you know what? Let's give him a little heart. He can have a little heart with a little bit of pink. I've also got some felt pens over here. We've just got 2.5 minutes left before we're all going to mindfully gather ourselves and wander on over to meet Joe and his Reiki session. Okay, it's lots of my friends practice Reiki in the UK actually. So let me get a few extra words down here. Let's see, brush pen. I don't know. What we can do is test it on another page, see if we think it's going to come out okay. It might not. What do we think? Yeah, I like that effect. Let's see what happens. Let me make a note here. Oh, no, the page doesn't accept it. Be kind. No, this paper doesn't accept it very well. That's okay. To myself. Myself. And I recommend you all try to be kind to yourselves too. I'm giving myself a little heart. I deserve it. I love myself. I'm happy to put myself first. So in just 1 minute, we'll be heading over to see Joe. Let me just say, this week was full of, was full of so many new things. I saw friends, spoke to family, and slept a lot. More of that next week. Okay, let me give you a little overview shot here. So this is my page today. I hope you've had a lovely time. Sorry if you've had any trouble with your internet or your sound. Don't forget to leave those in the technology part of your reviews. I'm so grateful that you guys took the time to be with me here today. I hope you enjoy my page. I didn't know it was going to look like that, and that's what often happens on my art tours. I never know what's coming to. Carla and Ruth, thank you so much for your tips. Robin, thank you for yours as well. And Anna, that's lovely to see. And Molly, thank you so much too. Let's say goodbye to Pikachu. And goodbye from me, just on time. That's your 30 minutes, and see you with Joe in a moment. Thank you so much, everybody. Follow me, Miss Kendall James, on Hey Go. Bye, everybody. Thank you.